all. There we go. I could hear it a little bit now at the right side. There we go. That's better. He scored. No. Yeah. What?
Welcome to Friday night, hockey night in Denver's Mile High City. Just 6 miles separate these two universities, the University of Denver and the Metro State University Roadrunners. But the tale of the tape for these two teams as we approach game 12 for both of them is one of a little bit of difference. University of Denver right now sitting atop the Big Mountain Hockey Conference with a record of 7-2-2. They've scored 39 goals on the season. That's a league high. And they're going up against a Metro State team that is looking for their first win. They come into this contest 0-9-2. They've allowed the most goals in the conference, but they are looking to turn their season around, and they have a great opportunity to do so tonight against the #1 team in the league. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Joy Burns Arena on the campus of the University of Denver. My name is Ben Canvasser for Price Productions, and we are excited to bring you college hockey on this beautiful Friday night in October. Kale Hall. Starting at right, Braden Piper. At left wing, Jackson Tillinghast. At right wing, Hank Cash. At center, Zach Jensen. And Patrick Laughlin. Starting lineup for the Denver Pioneers. At left defense, Tommy Bowen. At right defense, keeper Jay Walker. At left wing, Cody Yordahl. At right wing, Holston Basie. At center, Blake Basie. And Matt Jackson Carlins. Please rise for the national anthem. As we take a look at the starting goaltenders for both the Pioneers and the Roadrunners between the pipes tonight for Denver, Jackson Carlitz, a 5'10 senior from Palo Verde Estates, California, been steady all season. 6-2-2 on the season with a 2.89 goals against average. Calm presence back there for DU. who is going to be wearing the black uniforms today. Wearing white tonight, number 40 opposite in Metro State, Patrick Leffler, 5'10 junior from Rogers, Minnesota. Faced a pretty heavy workload this season, a 4.08 goals against average. He's looking to get his first win for the Roadrunners. Should be a good one tonight. Relatively, I'm going to go past relatively. Full barn here at Joy Burns Arena. People are excited to watch some hockey. It's the ACHA Division II. It's the Big Mountain Hockey Conference. It's U of D versus Metro State. And we are set to go. Blake Bazin digging in for the face-off for the Pioneers against number 29, Zach Jensen. And we are underway here as the face-off is controlled by the Pioneers and taken back into their zone. Laid up ahead for Bazin. He'll fire the puck into the Metro State end. Piper plays it for Cale Hall as the puck is still back in the Metro State end. Takes a good skate off of Brennan Piper. He'll lead the breakout for Metro State. Turnover in the neutral zone, and back the other way comes Cale Hall. He walks into the DU zone. Plays over the far side for Tillinghast, and covering up will be Carlitz for the first save of the game. A lot of talk around the league. Number 8, Jackson Tillinghast, was the player of the year in the conference last season. Getting off to a relatively slow start for his standards. Just 3 goals so far through the first 11 games of the offensive zone faceoff coming up here for Metro State. Flip back into the DU end. Played in the neutral zone. Nice move there by the Metro State defender. Patrick unable to clear the zone. Big hit, Levy in front of us here by number 6. Benish for Metro State, played behind the net. Leffler will take it, throw it into the corner. DU had a wide open man in front of the net, but now back the other way, it's a 2-on-2. Nice stick that time by Zach Ben. And he'll flip the puck out of play with a stoppage here at 18:46 remaining in the first period. Taking a look at the X factor here for DU, it's got to be Nolan Patrick. 11 points on the season, 5 goals, 6 assists, including 5 points in the last 4 games as the faceoff is won back. Piper throws the puck in on front of the net, and a nice stick save by Carlitz. Puck played back in, looking for Nolan Patrick. That puck will go back into the Metro State end, and Piper will lead the breakout. Fires the puck down the other end, and that's going to be an icing here, with Griffin Young tagging up. Good opportunity early on for Metro State. Cooper Peterson just unable to keep that puck below the bar. This game remains tied 0-0, 18:22 remaining in the first period. Offensive zone faceoff coming up for the Pioneers. Jimmy Triplett will take the faceoff for the Pios. He'll dig in against Bryce Margolis. Faceoff won back by DU. Penn's got it at the blue line. He fires a puck and takes a deflection off of Leffler into the corner. Piper will look to bring it out. Unsuccessful the first time, but now finally they do clear. Back to Piper. Plays it over for Hall. Back into the end for Griffin Young. He's being hounded by Margolis. He's able to successfully throw the puck out of play. And another offensive zone faceoff upcoming here for Metro State. Faceoff won back by the Roadrunners. Now turned over, and back the other way comes DU. Siebek's got it. He'll fire it in. Pad saved by Leffler. Puck still in the Metro end. Siebeck does a good job on the forecheck as he dumps Cale Hall. Oh, another big hit right in front of us by Jimmy Triplett. And we have a stoppage of play. A couple of hard hits. One by Triplett, the other by Siebeck on this third line for DU. First line's out there for both teams. The faceoff is won by Jensen. Puck thrown in. And takes it redirection back into the neutral zone they come. Benish has got it. He throws it in, takes a deflection off of Moen and goes back into the DUN. Full ice pass, but can't get too far. Metro State has to tag up here. Benish does a good job to keep that puck in play for the time being. They'll have to tag up once again. Turned over again. Tillinghast can't control the puck. It's once again DU's possession. Braden Piper plays it up for Jackson Tillinghast. He doesn't have any support. Now looks to play it back. Good move by Cash. Cash can't get a shot in on goal. He's got it again behind the net of Carlitz. Tillinghast being pounded by Griffin Young. The puck is thrown back towards the net. It's Young who's got it. Looking to play ahead. He is able to do so. Hit laid behind the net. DU trying to gain possession. They are unable to do so. Jackson Tillinghast on a long shift right now. He'll keep going. Puck looked to be played ahead. It's knocked down by Young. He plays it over for number 47. Walking in. Good deflection. Puck still in the Metro State zone. Played in front. Takes a deflection off a stick. Goes over the head of Leffler. And now breaking out with it is number 24, Tristan McLeod. McLeod dealing with Young. McLeod's got it again. Plays it back for Cale Hall. Shot thrown in front of the net, and the puck was loose. It's kept in by Manesh. His shot takes a deflection off a DU defender in front of the net. Now it's McLeod. Plays it back for Hall. Hall flips it in deep. Now the puck could come out as Angus Kincaid could send it, but only as far as center ice as Benish will throw it back into the DU end. Played back for Griffin Young. Metro caught in a bit of a change. He'll dump in. He'll lay a big hit, and now he'll go off for a break. Puck in, played in behind the net. There's no DU players in front of the net to corral that puck. And it'll go back into the DUN. No icing on the call as Tommy Moen goes crashing into the boards. Kept into the blue line by Piper. Metro will have to tag up as they're offsides on that play. Here's a move in on the zone. Great save by Leffler, but the puck is still loose in the corner for Braden Piper. And now that puck will be sent back into the DUN for an icing with 13:50 remaining here in the first period. Score all tied 0-0. A couple of chances, but good goaltending so far by both Patrick Leffler and Jackson Carlitz. Triplett wins the faceoff back to Chang. To Chang Walker, his shot goes wide. Played up for Margolis. Shot takes a deflection off of the stick of Carlitz that time. Margolis is taken off the puck. And here comes Palomino. There's a shot. Puck goes behind the net. Oh! From our angle, that puck looked like it was going in, but it sails over the net of Leffler. Changwalker unable to hold that puck into the zone, but now it's taken by Seebeck. He'll fire it back in for DU as Will Palomino will go in after it. Tillinghast plays it up ahead for Zach Jensen. Jensen falls down, plays it in the middle, looking for Cale Hall. He can't find him, and now Karlitz will cover it up. It was a great pass, but Cale Hall just unable to get the shot off. But you can see the impact that Jackson Tillinghast can make, essentially doing that 1-on-4 and able to turn that play back and then find Cale Hall, who is entering the zone. His reward is an offensive faceoff. One back, Tillinghast, his shot takes a deflection, played back, or no, he'll keep it himself. Dumps it in the corner for Jensen. Jensen can't control the puck, nearly kept in. Big hit leveled at the blue line. Puck is still in play. Metro State player loses his stick. Some hard hitting as Jensen goes into the boards. Hard on the forecheck, and now DU could break out. Here's Bazin. Around the net. Puck played once again back in front of the net. No DU sticks on there. And now it's Tristan McLeod against Changwalker. Chase Thompson now has the puck for DU. Looking to play it up to the blue line. Puck not kept in. McLeod's got it. Thompson fires it rink wide. Will come out to the blue line where it's taken and sent back into the DUN. McLeod versus Changwalker, and taking the puck away is DU. It's William Van Arm. Here's Van Arm, 3-on-2, brings the puck into the zone, drops it off left side. Puck thrown in front of the net, takes a deflection off of a DU skate. Once again, thrown back in. Leffler does a good job to get the stick on that. Matthew Clift will play it up, looking for Tristan McLeod. Griffin Young does a good job to dispel that. Here comes Nolan Patrick, and he's just a hair off sides. That was going to be a walk-in goal for the team's leading goal scorer, but the play just called offsides. So the faceoff will come just outside of the Metro State end with 11:08 remaining in this scoreless first period. Van Arm digs in. Faceoff one back by Metro. Puck played in by number 19. And now here comes another turnover. It's Siegman in on goal, puts a stick on net. But Leffler holds it down. Here's Ben. Fires it over to Griffin Young, who can't hold on to the puck. And now here's a neutral zone turnover. But Van Arm's got it. Plays it in the middle for Patrick. He fires a shot. Good save by Leffler. Another shot. And that puck is loose. And the net has come loose as well. And we're going to get a stoppage of play with 10:28. The first real good scoring chance for DU. Nolan Patrick gets a couple of opportunities that time to bury one. And Patrick Leffler stood up. Here comes an offensive zone face-off for DU. Angus Kincaid loses the draw, and Metro State's got it in their own zone. Flipped up in the middle. Here comes Margolis. Margolis with Frick. Looks to cycle it back, but nobody's there. Taken by Kincaid. Now it's Frick behind the net. Puck still loose in front of the net. Nobody can get a stick on it. Now it's taken by DU. Tommy Moen, puck flipped into the neutral zone and will drift back into the Metro State end. Kincaid does a good job to keep the puck in the offensive zone. Back out in front for Kincaid, and his shot just goes wide. Kept in. Now Leffler will cover with 9:43 remaining. A couple of good chances. They're starting to snowball for DU. That time coming by way of number 25, Angus Kincaid, the 5'9 forward from Cantonsville, Maryland. You want to take a look at the disparity between these two rosters, both Denver-based universities, only 4 Colorado-based players for DU. On the other side for Metro State, only 3 non-Colorado residents making up this roster. Piper's got it, plays it up for Tillinghast, kept in. Moen will throw it back into the Metro State zone, and retreating after it is number 19 for Metro State. Here's the turnover in the neutral zone. And it's Jensen who plays it in. Cash can't get a shot on it. He'll flip it back for Piper. Here's Jensen looking to spin and throw that puck in front of the net for Tillinghast, is unsuccessful. Metro State player goes down, no call on the ice. Played back for Benish. Back to Jensen. Plays it back to Benish, but it's stolen by DU. Rink wide pass for Seebeck. He'll chase in after it. Plays in the middle looking for Kincaid, can't find him. Little hot potato going on that far side near the Metro State bench. And here comes Jackson Tillinghast. He'll dump the puck in, and chasing in after it is Tristan McLeod. McLeod throws the puck in front of the net, and Ethan Rose was not there in time. They battle away for it behind the goal of Jackson Carlitz. Played back for Cale Hall. Hall walks in. Kincaid spins with it. Great block by 0-0 for Denver. He's a little shaken up. He's going to limp off to the bench. And a great stick here by Zach Ben. Tried to take it 1-on-4. That was unsuccessful. Now here comes Cale Hall. Big hit late that time by Griffin Young on Hall. Kept in. Hall tries to get that puck in deep. He whiffs on it. Now here comes Nolan Patrick. That puck will drift back into the Metro State end. Patrick spinning with it, throws it in front of the net. Nobody's there. And two DU players go crashing down. Puck thrown in by Ethan Rose. Back and forth action we go. Here comes Van Arm. He'll put one in on goal. It'll be covered up by Leffler, and we'll get a breather with 7:10 remaining in the first period. Offensive zone face-off is won back by Metro State. Piper's got it in the corner. Come back the other way. It's a 1-on-1. No shot able to get off. Kept in by Benish. His shot will go wide. DU looks to break out with it. It's Sigmund. Plays it in for Patrick. He'll just dump it in and go off for a change. Stolen. Kincaid fires a puck in front of the net. Good pad by Leffler. And now Metro trying to clear it. They eventually do. We have a 2-on-1. Here come the Roadrunners in on goal. Margolis can't get a shot off, and he goes crashing into the goal. Carlitz down. Pandemonium in front of the DU net. As we get a stoppage in play, it was a great setup. Bryce Margolis just couldn't get a shot off as he goes crashing into Jackson Carlitz. So we get a stoppage with 6:04. Carlitz looks to be all right. He's got his face mask off. And the faceoff will come outside of the DU end with 6:04 remaining in the first. So it'll be Margolis and Frick. Face off one back by Margolis, sent back in by Hall. Moen will grab it down. Play back to the blue line. Sent back in for Margolis. He gets hit in the back by Kincaid. And now breaking out with it is DU. Puck thrown in on net. Leffler does a good job to send it up. Frick can't do nothing with that. And he goes barreling into Kincaid. They battle for it. It's taken away by Peterson. And now his puck is stolen. Young fires it towards the DU bench. We got a change up coming. Peterson will fire one in, takes a deflection, and we're going to get a stoppage of play here. I believe we're going to have a penalty upcoming here to DU for too many men on the ice. I knew my eyes did not deceive me. It looked like there was maybe one too many red helmets out there. And so far, I'm 1 for 1 on the game in being correct. So Metro State will go on the power play here with 5:15 remaining in the first period. And they'll get the power play unit out there. Piper will move up to forward. Face off one back. Shot goes in on net, takes a deflection off of the pads of Carlitz. Here's Tillinghast with it. Plays it back to the blue line. Back to Tillinghast, walking in, fires the shot. Good pass, saved by Carlitz. Tillinghast goes crashing down and kept back in by Metro State. Tillinghast was looking to cycle that pass. Here comes Metro State, looking to set up the power play. Plays it back to McLeod. Behind the net for Piper, goes all the way through for Tillinghast. Tillinghast back to the blue line. Back to McLeod. McLeod over to Tillinghast, wrist shot. Good save by Carlitz. Back to Piper, to McLeod. From the blue line, takes a deflection off of a DU pad. Back to McLeod, walking in, fires a wrist shot, takes a deflection in front of the net. Puck still loose. It's under the pads of Carlitz. It's pandemonium. And are we going to get a goal here? Official looking, and he's going to wave it off. The puck was underneath the back of Jackson Carlitz. Great save by Carlitz. Even getting a little dap up by Tristan McLeod. That was a great offensive possession by Metro State, just working the puck around. But Carlitz, too good there. 44 seconds remaining in the minor penalty for too many men as the faceoff is won. There's the shot, deflects off the pad. The Nish will play it behind. Ethan Rose at the blue line has it. Rose still has it. Plays it back to Benish. Back to Rose. Fires a puck in the middle. Oh, and the shot by Jensen just goes wide. He had half the net open. Good job by Rose to keep the puck in the zone. But a couple of really good chances here. Under 10 seconds remaining in the minor penalty to DU. And a good kill by the Pios. We're at even strength here. Here's Tillinghast. Plays it over for Cash. Cash drops it back for Jensen. His shot is saved by Carlitz. Van Arm can't get the puck out. Now they'll break. Ooh, nearly a breakaway opportunity as that puck is fired over the DU coaching staff. And we'll get a stoppage of play with 2:44 remaining in the first. Couple of really good chances for both sides. You got to say that the momentum is leaning more Metro side here as they put together just a couple more good opportunities. Obviously, the power play has something to do with it, but DU just hasn't really been able to set up their offense. We're going to get a cross-checking penalty upcoming here. So now DU will go on the power play with 2:34 remaining. It's number 19 for Metro State, who will serve 2 for the cross-checking penalty. The Metro State fans unhappy with that call, but that was right in front of us. Pure as day. So now DU will set up their power play unit. Willem Van Arm wins the draw. Back to Chang Walker. Fires it back to Van Arm. His wrist shot doesn't make it to the net. And now here's Tillinghast going up against Chang Walker. Van Arm can't catch that pass. He has the puck now. We'll play it over to Nolan Patrick. Patrick spinning with it at the blue line. Over to Van Arm. Back to Bazin. Bazin walks in, fires the shot. Leffler will cover up with 1:58 remaining in the first period. A minute and 24 seconds remaining on the minor penalty assessed to Metro State. Metro doing a good job in that first 36 seconds of that penalty kill, not really allowing DU to set up anything. Face-off one back by Metro State. Chang Walker's got it. Drags it over to Van Arm. Puck hops over his stick. Patrick does a good job to keep the puck in the zone. Bazin's got it. Plays it over to Chang Walker. Quick wrist shot. Puck loose in front of the net. And they score! Takes a deflection off of a stick in front of the net. It's Shane Sigmund who gets the first goal of the game for DU. And this score is tied no more. Great job by DU here as you can take a look at the replay, just cycling the puck. Eventually you get enough shots in on goal. One's going to fall. Leffler did all he could there to keep the puck out of the net, but it was Johnny on the spot for Shane Sigmund. And DU has the lead 1-0 with a minute and 25 seconds remaining in the first period. Puck will go down to the Metro State end for an icing. That play all set up by the defensive work by Keffer Changwalker at the blue line. Sends it over to the right side. He found Colston Bazin, who was ready to shoot that puck. Face-off won by DU. Played over for Griffin Young. Young, rink wide pass, nobody there. Takes a deflection off of the official and sent back into the DU end. Young will play it back to Tommy Moen. Back to Young. Comes back out to the neutral zone and played over for Piper. Under 1 minute remaining here in the first period of action from Joy Byrne Arena. Jensen plays it in for Tillinghast. Tillinghast, great move, walks in, fires a puck, goes wide. Kept in at the blue line. Puck at the near side boards, now taking away is Palomino. He tries to fire the puck in wide. Piper does a good job to wall him off. Puck still loose behind the Metro State end. Kept in by Young. He'll fire a shot. That will go wide. Here's Tillinghast. He'll just fire the puck into the DUN
And it's going to go wide. Oh, icing is the call on the play, but argument could be made that Tristan McLeod beat the puck out there. Some discrepancies going on the DU bench. Officials, rightfully so, officials are going to rule this as a missed call, so the faceoff will come back out to center ice with 8 seconds remaining in the first period. Pretty back and forth action in the first frame here. The difference is the goal by Shane Sigmund. Puck played in the DUN, and that's going to do it here for the first period from Joy Burns Arena. A lot of chances on both sides. The one that counts, though, is the goal scored by Shane Sigmund, the 5'8 forward from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, second period action. You're watching DU versus Metro State from Price Productions. Welcome back to Joy Burns Arena on the campus of the University of Denver. Score at the end of one. It's DU 1, Metro State nothing on the goal, scored by Shane Sigmund. Taking a look at some of the first period highlights. The story of this one for the first, let's call it 19 or 18 and a half minutes, was the goaltending. As you take a look, you see some of the various angles that are coming in here. The play of Jackson Carlitz and the play of Patrick Leffler were really the difference in this one. Carlitz made a couple of really great saves, including the one where he robbed Bryce Margolis. Then Margolis took it out on him a little bit. Obviously, there was nothing malicious there. But the goaltending was really the story in this one. And then ultimately when it came back here, as we could take a look at this play right now, this was on the power play that Metro had early on. Tillinghast, the one firing in. Carlos does a great job of getting over there to make the save. Take a look at another Carlos save. This one goes off a ricochet from McLeod. And then this is the one, as you can see here, falling on his back. Carlos making the save. For the time being, we didn't know whether or not this was a goal. Officials waved it off, but this undoubtedly was a goal. Chang Walker to Bazin in front of the net, takes a deflection off of Van Arm, and then Johnny on the spot, as I said in the first period, Shane Sigmund was there to bury it. The story in hockey is you got to get shots in on goal, and eventually one will fall. And the way these two goaltenders were playing early on in the first period, you didn't know if one was going to drop. But you saw there on the goal, a couple of bounces go the way of the Pioneers, and this game, which was tied, is tied no more. So we are set to begin the second period of action here. As the players are warming up, Metro State, I was told by the commissioner of the Big Mountain Hockey Conference, Metro State sporting these unis for just, I believe it's their first time. They got these new unis last week. I got to say, they're pretty cool. Remind me a lot of the Michigan Big House Classic game 10 years ago where they wore those cool stripes on the shoulder. Hopefully these unis pump a little juice into that bench and they can even this game up here early in the second period. DU's going to do everything in their power to stop them. Both teams will send their number one lines out there as we're set to begin the second period. Time's ready, clock's ready, and we're underway here as the faceoff is won back by Metro State. Hall plays it up for Tillinghast, who has to deal with Moen. Throws a puck in front of the net, but it was bouncing and couldn't control it that time. Was number 7, Cash. Here's Piper with it. Tries to bring the puck into zone. He can't. For a delayed offsides, now DU will control. Takes a deflection at the red line. Puck still in the neutral zone. It's Bazin. His shot takes a deflection off Piper and goes into the corner. Bazin behind the net. Throws one in front, looking for his brother. Shot from the blue line, takes a deflection off of Tillinghast. And now he is down, slow to get up to his feet. Jensen now has it for the Roadrunners. Plays it over for Hall. Hall turns the puck over. Chang Walker's got it. He loses the puck. Tillinghast chasing in after Van Arm. Van Arm back to Chang Walker. Over to Hall. Tries to bring the puck in on the zone. Nearly offside. Tagging up with Ethan Rose. Connor Bazin flips the puck up to Bjorndal, who will dump it into the Metro end. Comes out in front for Young. His shot goes wide, and now will be taken by Matt Clift. Clift up ahead for McLeod. So the puck is turned over, chasing in after it is the goal scorer Sigmund, and we'll get a stoppage of play with 18:20 remaining here in the second period. Face-off upcoming to the left of Patrick Leffler. Triplett, Seebeck, and Palomino, the forward line for DU. It's Zach Ben and Griffin Young at the blue line. Face-off won by Tristan McLeod. That puck will be played back into the DU end. No icing here. Young will chase in after it. Back into the DU end, taken by Young. Puck gets launched back into the DU end after that hit. And now Ben will take it. Plays it up for Palomino. Here's him coming into the zone. Oh, and he throws a puck in front of the net. Here comes McLeod. He's taken off the puck by Young. Cliff plays it back for McLeod. Behind the net for Rose. Palomino's got it, and he'll play it back into the Metro end. That's going to ricochet off the net, and now Leffler will cover it up with 17:15 remaining. So a good opportunity there for Jimmy Triplett. He just couldn't get a stick on that puck. Made it easy for Leffler. Face-off controlled by the Roadrunners. Back into the zone. Margolis plays it up for Frick. Plays it over for Peterson. Puck back into the Metro State end. Over for Piper. Back to Sigmund. His shot goes wide of the net for Tommy Moen. Moen, he fires a puck back in front of the net. Puck still loose. Leffler can't cover it, and it goes back to Moen. He'll fire the puck right back in on Leffler, and that will ricochet over the goaltender. Plays up for Peterson. Working one-on-one. He's taken off the puck, and he'll get knocked down. And now Shane Sigmund will try to start the breakout. His pass will go through two sticks of his DU teammates and back into the Metro end for an icing. Fairly similar start to the first period. Both teams just unable to possess the puck for large periods of time. We saw a couple of great opportunities down at the DU end. Tommy Moen doing a good job of keeping the puck in on Leffler as the faceoff is won back by Metro. Hall's got it. Chopped down was Hank Cash. That puck will be flipped back into the Metro end, and we're going to get another icing up here, or upcoming here, with 16:09 remaining in the first. Number one line out there for the Roadrunners. As Jensen digs in, he wins the draw back to Tillinghast over to Tafoya, and he'll fire the puck back into the DU zone. Here's Tillinghast. Drops it off for Cash. Tillinghast nearly gets Johnny on the spot there, but he can't find the shot. Here's Tillinghast again. Spinning with the puck and taking it off. That puck will come out to the neutral zone. Here goes Shane Sigmund. He's got lots of speed. Puts on the brakes, fires a shot, goes off the pads of Leffler. Here comes Jackson Tillinghast. Nobody there, so we'll spin back with it. Plays it over for Cale Hall. Hall walks in, can't get a shot off. Jensen behind the net. Chipping in that time was Gorsh. Gorsh has got it. Loses the puck in the middle. Cash can't get a shot off. And now here comes DU. There's a shot in front of the net. They score! Nolan Patrick! That's what he does. He puts the puck in the back of the net, and the Pioneers have a 2-0 lead with 14:52 remaining in the second. Play all started here by the work of Connor Bazin to get the puck into the zone. And then Cody Bjorndal once again does a great job of getting the puck in on net. And then Nolan Patrick is there to bury it. So just over 5 minutes gone in the second period. And the Pioneers have doubled their lead. Got to believe the next goal here has to be scored by the Roadrunners. As the puck is played out into the neutral zone, spinning with it is Tafoya. Puck taken now by number 10, Aiden Tilton for Metro. He'll fire the puck into the neutral zone where it'll be taken by Ben. DU could break here in a potential 2-on-1, but the puck gets stuck in the official skates. Now it's Tafoya. He gets leveled. And there's another good play by Triplett to keep the puck in the Metro end. Quick shot goes high over the net, and it's kept in by Ben. Finally, the puck comes out of the zone where it's thrown back in by Young. Triplett gets hit in the back. And now the puck comes up. Here we go, one on goal. And just couldn't get the shot off. Played back to the blue line. Here's Tommy Moen. His shot takes a deflection in front of the net. Back to Tommy. Moen. Seebeck's got it. His shot takes a deflection and goes wide. Cliff chasing the puck down, but the race is won by Moen. Played up for McLeod, but once again, Moen's all over it. Here's Seebeck. Plays it in front. Check that. Bazin shot goes high and takes a deflection out of play. So we'll get another offensive zone faceoff here for DU. Faceoff won by McLeod and taken by Hall. Played up for Rose, kept in by Chang Walker. Now Rose brings the puck into the DU zone. He didn't have a stick. Playing a little soccer. Tillinghast has got it. Now he loses it. And it's taken by Blake Bazin. McLeod throws it in. Now Connor Bazin will go in chasing after it. Peterson gets leveled. And now Metro having some trouble clearing the puck out of their zone. It's finally taken by Tristan McLeod. Peterson will throw the puck back into the DUN. Chang Walker plays it over for Bazin. Bazin flips it up to his brother. Ooh, nifty stick work there by Connor Bazin. Brings the puck into the zone. Takes a deflection off of Leffler, and the puck is still loose. Kept into the blue line. Now Metro will try to get the puck in deep. That puck ricochets off of the rafters here at Joy Burns Arena. And we'll get a stoppage of play with 11:21 remaining in the second. All DU here in the first half of the second period. The goal by Nolan Patrick, the reason why it's 2-0 now for the Pioneers. The official's going to blow this play dead. Face off one back. Ben keeps the puck in. Chipping in is Chase Thompson. He's unable to keep the puck in the zone. Nolan Patrick plays it over for Zach Ben. Ben, nearly loses the puck. Zach Jensen was smelling blood there, but the puck is back in the Metro State end. Glove down by Sigmund and sent back into the Roadrunners' end. Nolan Patrick chasing it after, and it's Piper with the puck. Plays it up for Tillinghast. Looks for Jensen. Jensen looking for Tillinghast. He gets drilled into the boards. But here's Jensen to Tillinghast. Fires the puck around the net and now taken back by DU. Here's another turnover. Patrick's got it. He gets hit in the back by Jensen. Tillinghast plays it over for Cash. Cash will play it back for Benish. And that puck will go back into the DU end. No icing. Carlet's unable to play it behind the net. And now here we go. It's a 1-on-0. It's Palomino. Can he score? Great blocker save by Patrick Leffler to keep this a 2-goal game. That was a great save by Leffler. Not out of the danger yet as Cliff tries to clear the puck. It comes back to Thompson. His shot goes wide. And we're going to get a stoppage of play here with 9:39 to go as the net has come loose again. Nearly a third goal for DU, but Leffler up to the task on that one. Face-off won by DU, sent in by Young, plays back, triplet shot goes wide. Back into the middle, another shot goes wide of the net. This third line doing it all, but now breaking out with it is Ethan Rose. Rose has got Cliff, plays it over to Cliff. Great stick by Seebeck there to knock the puck away by Matt Clift. Puck sails out of play, but a great defensive effort there to keep this a 2-goal game. First of all, great pass by Ethan Rose, but even better job defensively by DU. Face-off won by the Pioneers. Good stick to knock down the charging Pioneer. Plays it back. Palomino's shot goes high. Young plays it around. Puck in the far side corner. As the Let's Go Metro chants break out here by the very large traveling Metro State crowd, but Angus Kincaid couldn't get the puck in on goal that time. Young does a good job to keep the puck at center ice. Now breaking out with it is Bryce Margolis. His shot ricochets back into the DU end, and that puck will be played all the way around back into the Metro end for no icing. The icing is waved off as chasing it after, and it's number 47 for DU. Piper's got it. He's taken off the puck. And once again, another deflection keeps the puck in the Metro end. Loose in the skate there. As Metro tries to set something up here with just under 7:45 remaining, they're unsuccessful. Puck played back towards the center ice. Chang Walker throws it back into the Metro end. Puck on the near side boards as Chang Walker loses it. Metro State looking to break out. Here comes DU. Possible 2-on-1, they score! What a shot by Connor Bazin. Top cheddar all the way. 3-0 DU. Wow, what a shot. A seamlessly harmless play. From the left side, Bazin's able to beat the glove side of Loeffler. So now the score 3-0 with under 7 minutes remaining in the second period. It's been all DU in the second frame, as I believe we're going to have a penalty upcoming here. We're going to have a holding going against DU, so Metro will go on the power play with 6:46 remaining in the second period. Let's see who this call is going to go against. It's going to go against Blake Bazin. So now Metro, we have a stoppage in play here as Loeffler has to attend to his face mask. Power play unit out there for Metro. You see Tristan McLeod, you see Matt Clift, you see Jackson Tillinghast. You got Braden Piper. And you got Hank Cash. Looking to get one back here before the end of the period. Loeffler looks all set to go with his mask, so we will resume action here. Hardly called Jackson Carlitz's name this entire period, as he hasn't had to do much. But we'll see what Metro can do on this power play. Face-off control by the Pioneers, and that puck is sent back down into the Metro end. Clift will take it. Now to Tillinghast. Up to McLeod. McLeod works the puck into the zone. Looking to play it back for Cash. Back to Clift. Clift over to Piper. In the middle looking for Cash, but that puck ricochets off of a DU skate and back out to center ice. Kincaid goes crashing down to the ice. Here comes Jackson Tillinghast. Looks in the middle for Cash. Cash looking to play it over for McLeod. Maybe should have just taken the shot there. Back to Clift. Walks the blue line. Shot deflects off of Kincaid and into the corner. McLeod's got it. Back to Tillinghast. Has the puck now. Walking the blue line over to McLeod. Plays it over for Clift. Can't hold on to the puck. Spinning with it over to Piper. Back to Cash. Tillinghast has it now. Walking it up. Clift's going to fire a shot, and that puck goes wide. 37 seconds remaining on the man advantage for Metro. Back to McLeod. To Cash. Cash gets taken down, and we're going to have a 5-on-3 upcoming here for Metro State. Here's Cash. He fires a puck that goes wide as Loeffler comes out of the net. It's now 6-on-4. The shot by Tillinghast takes a deflection off of Young, and now we'll finally tag up with 12 seconds remaining in the original minor penalty assessed to Blake Bazin. So for 12 seconds, DU is going to be down 2 men on a 5-on-3, as it looks like Ben is going to go to the penalty box. You wonder if Metro's going to keep rolling with this power play unit, and I think we just got our answer as head coach Brady Reynolds will elect to use their timeout here with 4:57 remaining. Couple of opportunities there for Metro. One thing I've noticed, though, the puck is just not going on net. Couple of redirections, the case there, but a couple of good shots by Matt Cliff, just unable to make contact with Karlitz. So we'll see what they draw up here, just giving that power play unit a little bit of a breather. It looks like DU is going to go out with Chase Thompson, Tommy Moen, and it looks like Henry Seebeck is going to come on the ice. He's got 1 foot down. It might be Connor Bazin as well. So DU is going to roll with Moen, Thompson, and Connor Bazin. Same power play unit out there now for Metro. Cloud will dig in at center. And he'll be working up against Bazin. And I believe Metro State has just pulled their goaltender. Loeffler is no longer in net. We have an empty net opportunity here for DU as the faceoff is controlled. It's back to Tillinghast, and are we going to get a penalty upcoming here against Metro? I believe we are. They're going to get Tristan McLeod with hooking. Interesting call there. I didn't see much personally, but McLeod must have done enough to warp the attention of the head official who made that call. So still 7 seconds remaining on the penalty to Blake Bazin. 1 minute and 55 seconds remaining on the penalty to Zach Ben. And now Tristan McLeod will go to the box and serve 2 minutes. So it's a 4-on-3 here for 7 seconds. Then we'll go to 4-on-4 hockey. Face-off controlled by Bazin. Behind the DU net. Looking to throw it out front. Can't do it. Now will be taken by Cash. Cash to Piper. Piper to Clift. 4-on-4 hockey here for 1 minute and 35 seconds. Tillinghast taken off the puck behind the net, and now DU could break out. Tillinghast deflects the pass from Chang Walker into the netting, so we'll get a stoppage of play. Man, what looked like a great opportunity for Metro State to play a little 5-on-3 hockey for at least 12 seconds. 5 seconds into that 5-on-3 opportunity, they're called for a minor of their own. Offensive zone faceoff upcoming here for the Roadrunners as it's won by DU. Tommy Moen spinning within in his own zone. Plays it up for Bazin. Piper will play it back into the DU end. Chang Walker's got it. He'll be hounded by Cash. Speed by Chang Walker. He's got Bazin, drops it off to him, takes a deflection off of Tillinghast. Kept in by Moen. Here's Piper. A lot of speed for the big fella. Drops it back for Cash. Cash trying to get a backhanded shot off. He does, but it's saved by Karlitz. Here comes Connor Bazin. He'll fire the puck in. Directed in the corner by Loeffler. Here's a turnover in the DU and the Metro end. Oh, and just unable to get the puck over was Blake Bazin. Great pad save by Loeffler. Now here comes Jensen. 1 on goal. In on goal. What a save by Karlitz. Puck still loose. It's behind Karlitz, and he'll cover it up. I said we hadn't said Jackson Karlitz's name all that much this second period, but standing on his head not once, but twice there as Zach Jensen tried to go to the backhand side and couldn't beat him. Some scuffles in front of the net as I believe we're going to have two people go into the penalty box. Blake Bazin's going to go right back into the penalty box, and so is Zach Jensen. Third each going to serve a minor penalty. And I believe it's going to be 2 minutes. Doing my best Wes McCauley impression, 2 minutes for fighting. So still 4-on-4 for 15 seconds. Then the Pioneers will be on a man advantage for 6 seconds. The faceoff is won back by Metro. Back in the Metro State end, puck is still loose, now taken by Benish. He'll fire around, checked in by Young. Now taken by Margolis. Margolis trying to get around Young. He gets into the corner. Young lays an elbow onto the head of Margolis. And now here comes DU. Played back into the far corner away from Loeffler. Benish has got it. Plays it up ahead for Margolis, and it's a potential 2-on-1 opportunity here for Metro. Oh, and a great stick by Young. What a great stick by Griffin Young to keep that play where it was. An icing will send the puck back into the DU end. But another opportunity there for Metro State. Good offense, even better defense. So here's Tristan McLeod. Face-off won back by DU. Young will fire into the far corner for Chase Thompson. Rose working on Triplett. Back in the middle for Clift, and a great save again by Jackson Carlitz. Clift was left alone in the slot. Carlitz doing better there. 2:06 remaining in the second period. Score DU 3, Metro State nothing. Face-off upcoming to the left side of Carlitz. It's pushed ahead by Clift. Played over for Rose. Now taken by DU. Flipped ahead for Palomino. Puts one in on goal, and going head over heels that time was Angus Kincaid. He gets a cross-check in the back by Cale Hall. Loeffler looks to be a little shaken up and a little slow getting to his feet. He does so now. And I believe we're going to get a penalty here. It's going to be assessed at Jimmy Triplett for potential goalie interference. I'm not sure what the call was, but Triplett's in the box. I believe he was actually the one who ran into Loeffler. So what seems, the penalty boxes have been full for the last 15 minutes, and they're going to remain full as Jimmy Triplett will serve 2 minutes for goalie interference. Power play unit out there for Metro as it's kept in by Clift. Plays it over for Tillinghast. Behind the net for Piper. In front looking for Tillinghast. Couldn't find him. Loeffler will come out to make a play. 1.5 minutes remaining in this action-packed second period. Tillinghast trying to use his speed to get over Moen. That puck is once again played back out into the neutral zone. Here's Clift to McLeod. McLeod drops it back for Clift. Clift walking in, puts a shot in on goal, takes a deflection, and Clift's second shot goes wide. Puck played out by Seebeck, and Loeffler will have to play it again. 50 seconds remaining in the period, 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining in the man advantage for Metro State. Clift plays it over for McLeod. Can't find Tillinghast. Plays it over for Piper. Piper back to Cash, and now there's a turnover. Shane Sigmund does a good job to keep the puck in the Metro State end with 25 seconds remaining in the second period. If it's going to be in this period, it's got to be now for Metro as Tillinghast plays it back. And it's turned over again. Sigmund will throw it back into the Metro State end. What a penalty kill by this DU special teams unit. 2 seconds remaining. They got to get a shot in on goal. Takes a deflection and great save by Carlitz as time expires. The shot by Bryce Margolis took a deflection off of a stick of a defender and nearly found its way into the net. Not sure if it would have counted, but as the score stands after 2 periods here at Joy Burns Arena, the goals by Connor Bazin and Nolan Patrick, the reason why we're here to 3-0. We're going to take another break when we return. The final period from the University of Denver. Welcome back to Joy Burns Arena on the campus of the University of Denver. Third period action about to begin here in just a little over a minute. Right now, we're taking a look at how we've gotten here. So take a look at the score. You see it's 3-0. A lot of the goaltending play has been really stellar. But in that last period, as we see here, the first goal that was scored by Shane Sigmund, just a couple of deflections. And Sigmund was Johnny on the spot right there to finish that one off. Now, in the second period, it was all done by the shooting. You take a look here at this goal by Connor Bazin. Or check that. This is the goal by Nolan Patrick. Loeffler just unable to control that one, and Patrick was able to bury it. Now, this is the goal I want to talk about. You take a look at the shot here by Connor Bazin, just beating the glove side of Loeffler. And it's just been the more quality chances that DU's had over Metro. Now, Metro's had chances. They just haven't been able to bury it. And we're going to see what's going to happen in this beginning of this third period. 16 seconds remaining on the minor penalty assessed to DU. So Metro's going to be on the power play. They're going to roll that same power play unit we saw for the majority of the second period. You're going to see Zach Jensen. You're going to see Hank Cash. You're going to see Jackson Tillinghast. You're going to see Tristan McLeod. And you're going to see Braden Piper. So we're set to go. Can DU hold on to this 3-goal lead? Does Metro have some magic in them to try to get their first win in conference play as the puck is played around for Cash, taken by Tillinghast? Tillinghast walks in, fires a shot that goes wide, played back to Piper at the blue line. Piper plays it back into the corner for Tillinghast, and we're back to even strength here. Tillinghast takes a big hit by Young. Hall walking in with the puck, plays it back to Tillinghast. Now the puck will come back into the DUN, and Piper will chase in after it. He's going to be hounded by Connor Bazin. Bazin forces the turnover. Gets drilled in the back by Tristan McLeod, and we're going to get a penalty upcoming. We're going to get a cross-checking. It's going to go against Zach Jensen, my apologies, who laid the hit. And now Jensen will go to the box. Not what you needed if you were Metro State beginning this third period, trailing by 3. They'll be short a man, and now DU will go on the attack. 19:14 remaining here in the third period. Offensive zone faceoff coming for the Pioneers. The faceoff is won back by Van Arm, but just too far for Chang Walker. He'll go back, and he'll be chased by Clift. Chang Walker turns with the puck in his own zone as DU will look to set up the rush. Plays it back for Nolan Patrick. Patrick taking off the puck. Now Van Arm will walk it into the Metro State zone. Takes it in the corner. Plays it back for Patrick. Looking for Bazin. Bazin shoots it in. Takes a deflection off of Van Arm. Sigmund goes crashing into the boards as he has to deal with Piper. Puck will be thrown back in. Karlitz will play it out. Benish will take a hit from Patrick, but he'll send the puck back into the zone. And we are going to get an, I believe, an offsides. The faceoff will come back out to center ice with 18:22 remaining. A minute and 9 seconds remaining on the penalty assessed to Zach Jensen for cross-checking. Face-off controlled by DU, now played back, and here's Tommy Moen. Big hit late at the corner, now a possible man rush here for Metro. The shot in by Peterson goes into the belly of Jackson Karlitz, and now an offensive zone face-off upcoming here for the Roadrunners. 47 seconds remaining on the power play. Piper and Gorsh, the two defensemen in for Metro State, and they're rolling with Tillinghast and Cash. Face-off won by the Pioneers. Taken back by Cash. Tries to evade Palomino. Maybe not the best move in your own zone, but now Cash makes up for it, and he'll fire the puck back into the DUN. 30 seconds remaining on the power play for DU as they'll try to set it up here. It's Tommy Moen. Plays it over for Seebeck. Seebeck dealing with Tillinghast. Behind the net, the puck goes wide. Behind the net, Brown quick shot goes off the skate of Piper. Tillinghast takes a hit in the back. And now the penalty is expired, and now potential 2-on-1 here. It's Tristan McLeod. It's Jackson Tillinghast. Drop it back for Cash. Cash shot goes high and over the net. And now that puck will take a deflection off the netting, and we will get a stoppage in play here. But a potential odd man opportunity there for Metro State. But the defensive recovery of DU has been unbelievable tonight. So back to full strength, 16:58 remaining in this third period. DU leads 3-0. Here's McLeod. His shot goes wide. Another great save by Carlitz, but the puck is still loose. Rattled around the 5-hole there for a couple of seconds, and Carlitz once again standing on his head as he skates gingerly into the corner. Griffin Young will check on him. Slowly, gingerly making his way back to the net is Jackson Carlitz. We are all set to go back to resume 5-on-5 action. Face-off one and controlled by Metro. Puck fired back into the corner will be taken by Griffin Young. Young gets hit by McLeod. Rose back to McLeod. Cliff behind the net. Tries to play it out in front, but he takes a check, and now Van Arm could break out for DU. Van Arm taken off the puck, turned over, knocked down, kept in by Patrick. Back in front of the net. I believe the net has slid off its posts again. Officials are going to stop the play here because once again, my eyes were correct. I saw a little bit of a slide going on, so we'll fix that with 16:18 remaining in the third period. Second line out there for DU, Van Arm, Patrick, and Sigmund. Face-off one and controlled by Metro. Turned over, Van Arm's got to fires the puck in front of the net. Good stick by Loeffler. Puck still loose in front of the net. Now will come back out to the neutral zone where it'll be taken by Young. Young plays it back in. Patrick does a good job to not touch the puck to commit the icing infraction. Tipped ahead by Ethan Rose. Now played back for Ben. Flipped over for Sigmund. Puck loose in the air. Glove down by Hall. Hall plays it up for Frick. Turning with it is Ben. He'll play it back. It'll be fielded by Benish. He gets hit by Triplet hard into the boards, and now turning it over once again is Metro. Puck still in the DUN behind the net. Oh, nearly a big hit, but here's a turnover. Here's an opportunity for Metro, but Margolis can't get the puck in on net. Benish, hounded by Palomino. Plays it over for Gorsh. Gorsh looking for Tillinghast, can't find him. Margolis tries to get the puck in for Metro, but unsuccessful as he tries to send Chase Thompson through the bench. Sheebick's got it, plays it in, kept it by Jensen. He gets hit in the back hard by Thompson. Quick shot, good save by Loeffler. You can sense a little frustration here by the Roadrunners, just getting bodied a little bit here as a big hit is laid by Blake Bazin. Here's Tillinghast going in. He lays a big hit on Bazin. They both go to the ground, and the puck is played back into the Roadrunners' end. This is going to go all the way down for an icing. Some good hard contact between Jackson Tillinghast and Blake Bazin. From where we were, it did not look like either of them had their eyes on that puck. .14:08 remaining here in the final period. The first line is out there for Metro. First line's out there for both teams. The faceoff is won by Metro. Puck kept in, but only for the time being as it's played back out to the neutral zone. Here's Jackson Tillinghast. He's going to try to go 1-on-4. Working with Thompson. Thompson lowers an elbow there. Back to the blue line for Piper. Piper throws a shot in on goal and gloved down by Karlitz. You can take a look at players of the game for a lot for DU. You can take a look at Nolan Patrick. You can take a look at Connor Bazin, who's been all over the ice. Jackson Karlitz has been phenomenal for the Pioneers in that. 13:48 remaining. DU still leads 3-0. Face-off one back. Piper can't control it, and it'll go back into the Metro end. Tafoya's got it. He spins on Cody Bjorndal. Here's Piper. A lot of speed, working on Chang Walker. But once again, good defense by DU. Here goes Cody Bjorndal. Has Bazin in the slot. Bazin can't get a shot in. McLeod plays it up for Clift. Clift diving towards the net, tries to throw it back in front of the goal, and they score! Ethan Rose gets the first goal for Metro State. And the score is 3-1. Take a look at this replay here. First, the great leadout pass by McLeod. Then Clift does a good job of driving to the net. And then Ethan Rose right there to finish it off. Ethan Rose, a 6-foot forward from Littleton, Colorado, has made this game 3-1. DU still leads by 2, but maybe a little life here for the Roadrunners. Tillinghast going in after the puck, plays it back over for Cash. Cash gets checked in the corner. Oh, big hit late that time by Tillinghast. He's smelling blood as here comes Van Arm. Van Arm taking around the corner, wraparound opportunity. And the puck just not there. Now it's taken by Colton Gorsh. Gorsh is going to try to bring the puck in for Metro. He's successful, but Tommy Moen's got it. Tillinghast going around to try to cut him off. He can't. Jensen and Patrick going at it, exchanging cross-checks as the puck is still in the DU end. Tommy Moen's got it, plays it along the far side. Now looping it back for Patrick, but the pass too far. And that will go back into the Metro end for an icing with 12:15 remaining in the third period. So the goal scoring line back out there for Metro. Rose, Clift, and McLeod as the faceoff is won back by DU, and Tommy Moen's got it. Moen plays the puck back out into the neutral zone where Benish will retreat. Sigmund, great forechecking, forces an early pass there by Benish, but he's got it again. Benish will play it back into the DU zone. Rose chasing after Moen. Back to Benish. Benish goes in, and they're going to get a penalty call here on Triplett. And now we're going to get matching minors as Benish tripped Triplett. The play was done here near side towards us. Benish went after Triplett. Triplett put Benish into the boards and then threw an extra elbow there. And then all Benish had to do was just let Triplett skate by, but he got the stick in the skates. And now we're going to have matching minors, I believe. Are we going to play? I believe we're going to play 4-on-4 hockey here for 2 minutes. So once again, kind of that frustration that's starting to boil. The physicality has definitely ratcheted up a notch here in the third period. Guys are starting to lay the lumber here. 11:47 remaining in the third period. The goal by Ethan Rose has brought Metro back, but they still trail 3-1. DU with an offensive zone faceoff here. The faceoff is won by Bazin. Here goes Ethan Rose working on Young. Rose puts a shot in. Easy pad save by Karlitz. Rose doesn't have a stick again. I feel like it's the second time this game that he has lost his stick as the puck is played back into the DU, or check that, the Metro end, and taken by Piper. Plays it over for Tillinghast. Rink wide for McLeod. McLeod up to Clift. Clift plays in the center for McLeod, but good stick by Changwalker. Piper keeps the puck in the zone, but only for a moment as it's broken out by Blake Bazin. Bazin will put a shot in on goal, and Loeffler will hold it up with 10:58 remaining in the third. 1 minute and 11 seconds remaining to each of the matching minors. Now in 4-on-4 hockey, it favors the team with more speed, obviously, and Metro rolling that line with Tillinghast, who obviously has game-breaking speed. You just got to wonder how much gas he has left in the tank. Out to Jensen. Jensen trying to go 1-on-3, fires a puck, goes across the facade of Karlitz. And the puck will go back into the Metro end. No icing called. As retreating is Cash. Cash will play it back for Tillinghast. 45 seconds remaining on the matching minors. Here's Tillinghast through the neutral zone. Drops it off for Cash, and we're going to get an offsides here. Chase Thompson's going to have some words for Hank Cash, who threw that puck in on Karlitz after the whistle had blown. Faceoff will come back out to center ice. Check that. Faceoff will be right in front of us, just outside the blue line of the DU end. Jensen loses the draw. There was a cross check right in front of us that went uncalled, which confuses me given kind of the quick whistle we've received here in the last two periods. The puck goes back into the Metro end. Here's Tillinghast with it now. 15 seconds remaining on the matching minors. Going up to Cash. Back to Tillinghast. Over to Tafoya, who will launch the puck back into the DU end. Margolis will chase it after it. Puck comes loose. Matching minors over. And Seebeck's got it. He gets drilled right out of the box by Benish. That took no time. Now here's Van Arm. Van Arm's got the puck driving towards the front of the net. He gets laid out by Benish as well, looking for blood. Puck in front of the net once again goes wide. Sigmund lays a hit, and now here comes Margolis. No offsides called, and now a delayed offsides is called from the far side official. A lot of hitting going on here in the last 5 minutes. So the offsides will bring the puck back outside the DU zone. Rose, McLeod, and Clift going up against Van Arm, Sigmund, and Patrick. These two lines have been the most efficient lines so far for each of these teams as the puck is played back into the DU zone where Young will retreat to play it. Looking for Patrick. Dispatched off the puck by Clift. Back to Young. Unable to play the puck off the official skate. Sigmund and McLeod working against each other here. And Sigmund's going to win that battle and try to streak along the right side. He loses the puck back to McLeod. Played over to Piper. Up ahead back to McLeod and over to Rose. Rose fires the puck deep into the far side corner. McLeod will chase in after it. So here's a little 2-on-2 action. Sigmund and Van Arm. Van Arm loses the puck back over to Patrick. Patrick walks in with the puck, fires the puck in on goal, and Loeffler will cover it up with 8:32 remaining in the third. You could see kind of coming into this game, obviously we mentioned in the beginning of the broadcast, DU #1 at the top of the league right now. They played 11 games. Metro's also played 11 games. They're at the bottom of the league. You can see where both of these teams are kind of making up those stats. DU just a little bit more effective on the offensive presence, just getting pucks towards the net. Metro's been there. As the puck goes back into the Metro State end, Loeffler will cover it up. Metro's had opportunities to put goals away. Jackson Carlitz has just been outstanding. Face-off won by Metro. Cash has got it. He'll spin back with it in his own end, nearly turning it over to Triplett. Benish will get leveled, and that puck will come back out into the DU end. Back in the end for Moen. Stolen by Jensen. Jensen's got it again. Being hounded, no call upcoming. Tillinghast goes head over heels. Here's heels. Palomino's shot goes wide. Margolis takes a check in the far side corner. Puck played out to Piper looking for Tillinghast. Moen does a great job at stepping in there and keeping the puck in the Metro end. Spinning with it is Gorsh. Up ahead for Tillinghast, who will flip the puck in the middle, looking for Peterson. Peterson working on Changwalker. They both go crashing into the boards. Back out to the blue line. The shot doesn't get through the DU defense. And here comes Connor Bazin. He gets drilled into the board. Blake Bazin looking for Bjorndal, can't find him. Back the other way comes Margolis. He gets stood up by Changwalker, takes him down, and we got some fisticuffs being thrown in front of us. It's Changwalker and Margolis. Margolis stood up Changwalker and then ended up bringing down Changwalker in a suplex. Tensions running high here. 6:48 remaining. And we're going to get penalties assessed to both Changwalker and Bryce Margolis. You wanted action at an ACHA Big Mountain Hockey Conference game on a Friday night? Man, you're getting it. Officials having some words with the captains for both teams here, as I believe we're going to get. Let's see how this resets right now. I think we're going to be playing 4-on-4, and that is the case. That play was pretty insane. It pretty much happened in slow motion right in front of us, where we didn't know who was going to give way. And then all of a sudden you see the head of Changwalker being taken down to the ice. But as it stands, 4-on-4 matching minors for, I believe, the third time in this game. Faceoff is won by DU. Van Arm will play it back for Ben. Ben's got it. Playing with Patrick. Nolan Patrick weaving his way through the zone. Back to Van Arm. Van Arm over to Moen. His shot takes a deflection off the pads of Loeffler. Taken down from behind was Moen. Now we have a potential 2-on-1 opportunity. Van Arm using that big frame to get in front of the net, but he can't get a shot off. 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining on the matching minors. McLeod's got it. Plays it over for Clift. Shuffles it over to Rose, and they're going to be called for an offsides here. 5:50 remaining. DU still leads Metro State 3-1. Face off. Coming back at center ice. Seebeck, Connor Bazin, Chase Thompson, and Tommy Moen on the ice for the Pioneers. Seebeck's got it. Bringing the puck into the zone, plays it over for check that. That's not Connor Bazin. That's Cody Bjorndal. Bjorndal digs in, loses the draw, back to Jackson Tillinghast. Tillinghast plays it up for Piper. Loops it ahead for Cash. His shot unable to be held on by Karlitz, but it's a good save. And now we have a 2-on-1 coming back the other way. It's Moen and Seebeck. The shot goes wide. Good save. Puck still behind the net. Taken by Seebeck. He's dealing with two Roadrunner defenders. And now it finally comes loose to Zach Jensen. Jensen plays it up for Tillinghast. Tillinghast trying to get around Thompson. He's unsuccessful. Bjorndal's got it. And he'll pull it back into the zone as the Pioneers change with just under 5 minutes remaining in the third period. Young trying to get it past McLeod. He goes down to the ice, plays the puck into the Metro zone. Tafoya's got it. He'll fire it in. Karlitz will cover it up with 4:34 remaining. Face-off one back by DU, taken by Young, fires it over to the corner for Connor Bazin. Looking to play it up for Palomino, can't find him. Played ahead, shot forward by Rose, glove down, and we're going to get another penalty upcoming here to Ethan Rose. Or check that, it's going to be a hand pass. We're going to have a hand pass against Ethan Rose, so the face-off, or check that, hand pass against Zach Ben. So the face-off will be back in DU's end. Thought there may have been a penalty against Ethan Rose. He got his hand pretty high up there against Ben. Face-off controlled, slap shot by Clift goes high and over the net. Over the net. Played up ahead, Piper spins with it, fires it back into the DU zone. Clift will have to tag up, and now here comes Bazin again. It's Blake Bazin. Takes a check from Hall. Played up ahead for Rose. Rose trying to chip it up to Clift. He can't find him. The puck will be played for in the neutral zone and taken back by the Roadrunners. 3:45 remaining here in the third period. Here comes Piper. He fires one that takes a deflection off of Chang Walker over the net. Sigmund gets run into the boards. Piper can't keep the puck in the zone. Played back in by DU. No offsides called as three men go launching into the boards. Piper tries to lay a hit on Chang Walker. Now Sigmund's got it. He's going to fire the puck in front of the net. Out for Van Arm. His shot goes high and wide. Another shot, another good save. We have a man down, a DU man down in the Metro zone. Chang Walker's shot goes high and another deflection, another good save by Loeffler. Pure chaos right now. Thompson from the blue line steps in. He fires a shot that goes wide as well. Under 3 minutes now remaining. Van Arm's got it, plays it back to Chang Walker. Chang Walker keeps the puck in, plays it back to Van Arm. Throws the puck in front of the net, nobody there. Back to Thompson. Back behind the net, quick shot. Loeffler, good save. And we have some more after whistle activity going on in the Metro end. Don't believe we'll have any penalties called here. 2:35 remaining in the third period. Still a 2-goal game. DU leads Metro State 3-1. Difference in this one right now is the Nolan Patrick goal scored in the second period. Face-off won by the Pioneers. Thompson throws a puck in on goal, redirects wide of the net. DU possessing it well here. Puck flipped out back to the neutral zone. Tillinghast going to chase in after it, but Thompson's back there with a couple of his compatriots. Gorsh plays it ahead for Cash. Puck still behind the DU net. Banish is going to get ran into. Tillinghast has got it. Plays it back for Banish. He's going to get stood up. Another big hit. Chang Walker's got it. The blue line. Puck fired in. Another good save by Loeffler. Under 2 minutes remaining now in this contest. Turnover. Another shot goes high and over the net of Loeffler. Played it back out in front looking for Angus Kincaid. Couldn't find him. And now here comes Metro State. Tillinghast lays a hit into Tommy Moen. Metro still not pulling the goaltender here as DU is able to break out successfully again with 1.5 minutes to go. Tafoya falls down to the ice, played back by Hall. Tafoya, rink wide, over for Rose. Metro still not pulling the goaltender here. Quick shot goes wide. Tafoya tries to keep it in deep. He can't. Puck played back out to Tillinghast with just about over a minute remaining. Just 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining in this contest. Tillinghast tries to get through. He can't. He gets stood up by Young. Now here comes Blake Bazin. Bazin cuts in front of the goal. Can't get a shot off. Last minute remaining in this game. And DU is controlling it in the Metro State end. Puck played back out to the neutral zone. Tillinghast is gassed. He'll go back off for a change. And now DU looks to possess with under 35 seconds remaining in this game. Puck will go down. Bazin's there, so no icing. Bazin spinning with it. 25 seconds remaining. Puck goes in on goal, and they score! Icing on the cake! It's Blake Bazin who gets the 4th goal of the game for DU, and that's going to do it here. Great play by DU. A little cherry picking action, but that's smart hockey. You got the Bazin brothers in deep. And just like that, another deflection is the reason for the goal, and DU is flying. We said before the game, this is a team that averages just over 3.5 goals per game. They're sitting at the 4 mark right now, and that's more than likely where they're going to finish. Metro State is going to end up with 1, barring anything here. 15 seconds remaining in this contest, and the puck comes out. Shot goes wide. Loeffler with 1 more big save. 5 seconds remaining. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1, and DU continues to prove why they are the #1 team in the Big Mountain Hockey Conference. They'll stay atop the conference. 4 goals in this one. Connor Bazin, Blake Bazin, Nolan Patrick, and Shane Sigmund, the goal scorers for the Pioneers. Metro State still looking for that elusive first victory on the season. They fall to DU 4-1. The Pioneers back in action on Sunday. They'll take on Colorado, who will have something to say about DU being the #1 team in this league. That should be a good one. We'll be on the call for that. But from Joy Burns Arena on the campus of the University of Denver, I'm Ben Canvasser. The final score here on this Friday night, DU 4, Metro State 1.